artificial intelligence, think of this vast library. Think of these computers that's gone through this vast library. It has studied every book there is. It has studied human behavior, text, speech, to understand how humans interact. It has understand the context of how conversations go. It knows like literally almost every topic. Whether you are a student that wants to learn about anatomy, science, or you are a computer science major in school, you're trying to learn Python or any code, or you just want to learn something about something niche, maybe you're a personal trainer. Artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and all these different AI models is the key. It will help you take your step to the next game. Take your game to the next level. So now here we go. So now you have understanding this basic regarding what large language models do. We'll be going over to the next part. All right, guys. So when it comes to ChatGPT and large language models, the word is prompting or prompt engineering. Essentially, in models like ChatGPT, it's a text-based. So essentially, you have to write to either give it direction or some sort of initial instruction to the model. It could be a statement, question, or like just like that. So therefore, it can give you the response that you need. So when it comes to prompt engineering, you want it to give you the best answer possible for the solution that you want. So I have this example. Let's say, it's 7, 8 p.m. at night, and you are a 5-year-old mother, you have a 5-year-old daughter, and then you want to tell your daughter a bedtime story. Maybe you don't have a book available for whatever reason. So you go to ChatGPT and want to use the best prompt to get a quick story, a 2-paragraph story. So for one, to get to ChatGPT, you just have to go to chatgpt.com, and it's easy to get to if you haven't gone into it. But let's say you are the 5-year-old mother. So you're the mother of a 5-year-old. So I'll go over the context. There's the 6 context prompt for prompt engineering, and I will show you how you're using it here. So here you go. So the 6 context for our prompt is these specifically. So you want, what's the task, right? So the task we want here is to write us a bedtime story. We want it to be 2-paragraph. And then what's the context? The context is you have a mother of a 5-year-old. So we can have ChatGPT be the mother of a 5-year-old and also tell the story from the perspective of a 5-year-old. Also tone and context and persona it gets like. So some of the most important things when it comes to prompt engineering is these here. So you have task, context, exemplar, which is the example, persona, and the format and the tone. So here we have all of them. And here I already wrote the prompt down. So I have it here, just writing it into the model, ChatGPT. And essentially what it's saying is be a mother of a 5-year-old daughter. Be a mother to a 5-year-old daughter. Write me a 2-paragraph bedtime story about a young dog that learned that sleeping 8 hours is important and how it relates to her. So, because it's a 5-year-old, assuming you have a daughter, your daughter is 5 years old, and essentially, and how that would write it. So you just have to pretty much enter it in the chat box, and then boom, and then essentially the AI is just going to work. So 2-paragraph. So I add the 2 paragraphs because you don't want it too long. The AI can write as long as possible, and the more you specify it, the better. Or a bad example of this would be like, hey, write me a bedtime story. Yes, it could write you a bedtime story, but it's not specific enough, right? So you have it more specific in this case for a girl, the age, so you know how to communicate to it. The more specific it is, the better. So that's how we're going from here. So this is what prompt engineering is. It's essentially using the clues, and I'll be going over more examples. So the context, the task, what do you want it to do? You want it to write your bedtime story. The context is your mother. The persona as well is like your mother to a 5-year-old, and the tone is it's going to write this story so a 5-year-old can understand. So this is our first example. So the thing is, when it comes to just ChatGPT and prompt engineering, you want to get the most accurate results as possible, nice refined results, and also the ChatGPT itself, the large language model, it's very interactive. It can interact with you, and so you can add follow-up questions. So right here, I got my bedtime story written, so therefore I can return it. It can also add different background details. Like this right there is very tailored, so we can add the background here. They just write a bedtime, not necessarily the best prompt. And then as you can see here, it's just going on and on and on and on and on. However, I took some context from my previous paragraph, but even then, this is like much longer. I don't want you, maybe the daughter's about to fall asleep, but maybe just watching too much cartoon, and that's your goal of doing this. So that's the point of this, and how the first one, it is more tailored. So we'll go from there. I'll use a different example. I'll be going over use cases as well, to keep on going. Now that you learned the bedtime story, now we're gonna use ChatGPT to increase efficiency and creativity across multiple areas. So one, your personal life, learning, education, and your professional life. So Okay, let's say now, your daughter's in bed, all set. Then you remember, ooh, I have to plan a family vacation. Okay, now you can use ChatGPT to plan that family vacation. Your favorite vacation. So I'm gonna assume that you want to go to Mexico, and you're gonna use ChatGPT as a way to um, pretty much plan your vacation. So for the prompt I'm gonna use is this. So again, guys, we're using the same 6 attributes of ChatGPT, which are essentially the task, what do you want it to do. So you want it to plan your vacation. The context, right here, it's acting as my travel agent. The example, what do I want there? Kid-friendly beaches. And the persona, where I want to be, what ChatGPT wants to be, and the tone. So, okay, back to the example. So essentially, act as my travel agent. My family of 3 is planning a 5-day warm vacation to Mexico. So you don't know where you want to go yet. So you're just in the idea transformation generation for this trip. So you go to ChatGPT. Give me 3 affordable resorts in the range of $5,000 to $7,000. So essentially, you want it to be more specific, so therefore it can give you the closest, best responses. So we press enter, and then from here, it's gonna give us 5,000 to 7,000, and then it shows 3 places for us. So for a 5-day trip. Okay, so each of these places, 2 of them are in Cancun. The other one is Playa del Carmen. Okay, let's say we use the Cancun example. So remember, the 2 resorts. So it gave us that within our range, and everything matters. So now we have 3 ideas. We're gonna choose one. So okay, so what do we want? Okay, so within this 5-day trip, you want perhaps fun excursions, local nice beaches, food, restaurants, and daily activities for children, which it also has. So let's say we go here, and also shows you where you can book it as well, which is great. Which one should I? Okay, so let's use the second example, Paradise Cancun. All right. So now we have the trip, so we can easily go and set the trip. Okay, set the trip. So now you have the trip all set and ready, and that maybe, okay, now you have an idea where you want to go. Maybe you want to shop for clothing for the trip. So you can continue to use ChatGPT for this part. So you can be like, I need you to act as my fashion designer. So I'll just say something. Right. So essentially, you want to go while you're on the trip. You want to go on these. Essentially, you want to maybe go on nice dinners. So therefore, you want some shopping ideas from ChatGPT. And here comes ChatGPT for you. So, okay, flow maxi dress with sandals. So, okay, so our prompt was, I need you to be my fashion designer. Give me 5 suggestions, outfits to wear at dinner. Take into account the climate and that Mexico is tropical. Give me some source suggestions. My budget is under $500. Again, guys, this is the thing with prompt engineering. So you got the ideas for setting the trip. Using ChatGPT to help you get your clothes, and then to help you maybe some dress or pants or whatever you want to use for the trip. So now you have some ideas. If you didn't have clothes ready for the trip, now you have that ready. So you have all sorts of pieces and advice. And the reason he's telling me skirts and all these things is because if you go back to the original of the prompt, it was like you're a mother of a 5-year-old daughter, so which tells you that ChatGPT is very interactive and it remembers the conversation. It's giving us where we can buy the accessories and everything. So now we have that ready. So trip's ready, and now you want the trip. Now you're getting your clothes ready, and maybe you say, okay, I'm going to Mexico. It's my first time, so I don't know what to do. Perhaps I want to learn a little bit of Spanish, right? So I know some people took some high school classes, but you don't really remember Spanish. But ChatGPT here to help you with your education, learning language, whatever you need, you're here. So here's the next one. While on this trip, I would like to communicate with the locals during the excursions, restaurants, to take taxis, learn arts and history. Give me 20 key Spanish words that will help me, as well as 20 sentences that will make my trip easier to communicate with the locals. So essentially, you want it to improve your trip experience. That's what we're using here. And I'm being as specific as possible. Only 20 sentences, 20 keys, and then now let's press enter. Let's see what ChatGPT. You are 20 essential sentences to help you communicate. Hola, hi, goodbye, please, thank you, you're welcome. So all these things are essentially how it connects and create and relate to your trip. Your address, yes, no. That's assuming you don't have any Spanish as well. So another 20 sentences that will help you as well. ChatGPT has them right here. How much does it cost? No hablo mucho español. When you're speaking, you tell people you don't know much Spanish. Can you recommend a restaurant? So all these things, as you can see, they're very much in part with every question we've asked before and how ChatGPT can help us. And now trip is going, so now everything is all set. You went to Mexico, trip is going well, you got dinners, you're going to excursions, everything looked great. And now while you're on the trip, on the 5-day vacation, you realize, you're by the beach, sipping pina coladas, and then you realize, oh wow, when I get back, I need to get back to work. So let's say you're a personal trainer, and now you have to work. You just got a new client. So while you're on this trip, you just got a new client, using ChatGPT effectively, and now you've got to get back home. So now you're getting back home. Okay, so the example we're using here is that, okay, so now you're a professional trainer, and the client, you just have this new client. This client is a woman. She's 5'2", with about 214 pounds. And this client, you want to help that client with her fitness goals. So here I come up with the scenario. Prompt's a little bit long, but the more specific again, guys, the better. So let's say you're a personal trainer. You have to plan a workout for the client. The client will work out 3 times, 3 days per week, Monday to Wednesday, Friday, for 1 hour. The client goal is to increase strength over time, lose weight. The client is a woman. The client is a woman, 5'2", and weight 214 pounds. The client is new, and he's new to working out. And you want to slowly increase the intensity of the client. Give me a 1 month, 3 day per week push-pull leg workout that I can easily copy an Excel sheet and paste to the client. So we're using all of the 6 context clues for ChatGPT here again. So ChatGPT is the personal trainer. The context is we have a new client. What do we need to be solved? What we need to be solved in this case is making sure that we're helping the client start lightly with their workout to increasing strength over time, and we want to help her lose weight over time. So all these context and clues are helping you. So now we can press enter. It doesn't even have to be perfect. The grammar, you see read all over it, but the thing is, again, the key idea of this is prompt engineering, and I'm using how ChatGPT can help you in your professional life, your daily life, and your setting vacation. So week 1 overview: Monday, chest, shoulder, triceps, backs, and then just overall weight it focuses. So now let's look at the workout plan. So this is the 1 month workout plan for week 1, week 2, all the way from week 1 to week 4. So exercises, it gives you the exercises, the rest time, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then it gives you that alternatingly, and then essentially it tells you the progression, how it focuses it. And from this, you can honestly make this even more specific, and change things around it. And essentially, guys, you don't want to copyright everything ChatGPT has. And if you're a personal trainer, I would think that you already did some research, but essentially it gives you a good base to start, or a very excellent one, and then you just implement it how you think is best from your perspective. And to review, guys, went over large language models, ChatGPT, prompt engineering, which is the key. If you didn't learn anything here, prompt engineering, and essentially it focuses to get you the best result that you're looking for from the AI machine. And then, so no matter whatever you want to learn and improve your professional life, ChatGPT can help you increase efficiency. It's here to assist you. Don't be scared of it. It's your friend. Make the most out of it. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and